time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
You always start this.
First of all, you fucking made a liar out of me.
I didn't make a liar out of you, dude.
Yeah, you did.
For all the audience knows, is we recorded this.
You knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, immediately. As soon as I told you that, hey, let's just record normal time, I was like, yeah. And then he's gonna bring it up. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Of course,
it's gonna be a whole thing.
I don't fucking forget.
No, but I mean, for all the audience knows, they don't know, dude. They don't know what day it is. It's whatever day we say it is to them. Okay.
Well, did you hear that?
What?
I think you just did a weird whistle.
Maybe. I got a big ass gap in my teeth that I'm never gonna fix because I think it adds character. Honestly, I would look unhonest.
I mean, Michael Strahan had one for a long time, and then he got it fixed, and it just looked weird.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's an icon, you know. Like, just keep it.
Who is Michael Strahan?
He's a football player. He went on. He's on Strahan and Kelly. Right, Mike and Kelly in the morning. He did like a morning show, dude. Fucking, I used to watch morning shows all the time.
Why? When? You were
that's when I worked in the restaurant biz. It's the only channels we got at the restaurant, so it's like it's either that or like I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah. How was your vacation?
Dude, it was good. Best vacation that I think we've ever had. So, just because everybody was happy. Everybody had a great time. Everybody slept. Beds were trash. Hotel beds suck unless you're paying for
unless you're at a resort.
Yeah, unless you're paying for that extra money for those good beds. Like they suck, dude. My back was hurting half the time. So,
it happens. It does do that.
But I mean, like, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? It was a great time though. We had a good time. Shouts out Chattanooga. Such a fun place. Shouts out the Tennessee Aquarium, awesome. Chattanooga Kids Museum. It's like I don't know. It's the science museum there. It's cool. I don't even know what it's called. The Children's Discovery Museum in Chattanooga, I think is what it's technically called. Fucking great, awesome place. Wish we had one here. We had the Muse, but it's just it's fine.
The more you travel, which is not a lot, but it was more of a general statement. The more you travel, you realize how much where we live kind of sucks, and there's just not anything special here.
And it just feels like we aren't well invested in. If that makes sense, like it feels like the tourist money that we get all goes to Sevierville, right?
Well, it's two separate counties, two separate cities.
Yeah, but I feel like we're close enough to Sevierville to say, hey guys, give us some of that money. You know?
Nope.
Hey guys,
that's not how it works.
Share the cash. We're struggling over here. We're feeling the economy right now.
There's no like unique identifiers for where we live. It's
Not really,
just like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Memphis has barbecue or like.
But I mean, if you think about it, right? Every time you go on a road trip, right? I'm gonna make sure.
I was gonna ask you if you had any good food.
So we went to Puckett's. The last time we went there last year, it was really good. I had like a barbecue burger. This time I got the Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It was fine. It wasn't hot enough, dude. If you're gonna say it's a hot chicken sandwich, give me.
I just think,
hot chicken
to
sandwich.
be fair, that you've burnt your fucking taste buds, and that why like you've scorched them. And
Maybe, but at the same time, it was really good. The chicken was moist. But I mean, it was just like me and Shelby were talking about it. Like it's fine. It wasn't a bad experience, so I can't really complain. Kids had a great time.
Right.
One kid ate his mac and cheese. The other kid ate his French fries. Both of them got the same thing. And they ate like opposite, but it's like, hey, we're on vacation. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean, I dealt with that today. Kids are weird, dude.
I don't understand why they don't eat. I don't get it.
Weirdest creatures on earth. Zoe loves mac and cheese, except for when you get her mac and cheese, she won't eat it. She's very specific and like very particular about which mac and cheese she wants to put in her system, and it's just like. I don't know. Like we got Chick-fil-A. She had a friend over today. She got Chick-fil-A mac and cheese, and I was like, "Don't do that. You're not gonna like it." I know you. No, I want
It's
it.
too yeah. The
Because her
noodles.
friend got it. Her friend got it.
Yeah, I can see that though. Like, cause the noodles are too thick for a kid. They don't have the taste buds to really.
Her friend loved it, right?
Yeah,
And they're the same age, and it's just like she didn't want it, and I was like, I know,
she likes
I
Kraft,
knew
right? If I remember correctly.
she likes, but it has to be the elbows, and it has to be the blue box, and it can't be. You can't switch the shapes. You can't get like we got a frozen one one time, and she just refused to eat them. It's the same fucking noodle. She does like Velveeta like shells, white
Okay.
cheddar. She doesn't like the orange, and it's like you know.
I mean, those are different colors, so I kind of get that one.
But she likes the orange mac and cheese. Crap. Do you see what I'm saying?
They
You
use
see what
different things, dude. I mean, I get that. You know, the powdery
it
cheese
has to
tastes
be
different from the
no,
Velveeta.
no,
You know,
it has to be from the box. It can't be Easy Mac. I, what do you do? What do you do? But
you just hope that
anyways,
they eat something and they don't just wither away and like child services doesn't get called and they show up and like, why isn't your kid eating? Like, I swear I tried, dude. Hey, you try and feed her. You feed her by all means. Go ahead, see what she wants. Oh
um,
man.
where are you going next? Are you going to go back your next vacation? Please go somewhere else.
I don't know, man. I think we're gonna do a beach trip next time. I really do, because
Okay, cool.
kids are digging it. They want to do a beach trip. We're just gonna find a beach that I will not be in, like anxious wreck the whole time. Is the only thing.
Well, that doesn't exist.
Give me a beach that doesn't have rip currents, that doesn't have sharks, that doesn't have
Doesn't have
stingrays,
people.
that doesn't have people. Give me one of those. We'll go.
Well, you need to go to the Caribbean. They're below the hurricane line, and there's like when we go to Aruba, there's no sharks. There's no sharks in Aruba, so
Is there tiger sharks in Aruba?
no,
I smack them. I smack them on the head, anyways. So
no, there's no sharks. It's also the ocean too. Like it's like going to the zoo and being like, I hope there's no animals here. You just
go to their house and be like, I hope they're not here today. Like,
Yeah,
I hope
they're
they
not here
went somewhere
today.
else today. So
So, you just gotta pick. You gotta pick your beach. I'm a beach snob, anyways, so don't ask me.
dude, I can go to
Or
Myrtle
pick-
Beach. I dug Myrtle Beach, man. It's just,
it's the Jersey Shore. It's just in the South. It's the same thing.
but I mean, hey, the Jersey Shore people had a great time. They were always partying it up. They had a great time with each other in that house.
Sure.
That was peak television too, man. Shoot.
Was it?
There was something about like that reality TV show style where sticking a bunch of horned up, hormone fueled adolescent, some would say kids, honestly. I mean, now looking at it now, like they're younger than we were, just slapping them in a house.
We're old.
Yeah, man. But like slapping them in a house, they were like, yeah, let's film that shit. That's good. You're over 18? Get in this house, dude. Get in this house. Let's see what chaos you can create.
Like road rules and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then it turns out that it was like
Big Brother and all
all
that.
a fallacy. All of it's scripted. And,
All
it's.
pro wrestling, bro. Everything. The older you get, you're gonna realize that pro wrestling is everywhere.
I imagine that that Snooki is actually just like charming, just a charming person. Like no, all that
Man,
that's camera
don't know.
show. Like all it's,
I
Jay Wow, she's a great person.
so you watched the show.
No, but then you got who was the dude that was arrested on the show? There was a guy.
I never watched it.
He was like, he was the Brad Marchand of the group. If I
Oh, piece of shit.
yeah, he was like, I don't know, man. He just had this weird aura about him. He's always trying to tell the guys what to do. Then you had the one guy who was in a relationship on the show, and they were like always bickering back and forth because he was always going clubbing with his friends, and she was like, I want you to stay here with me, and he was like, nah, babe, we gotta go. GTL, gym, laundry, tanning. I think that's.
So you did watch it.
I've seen a few episodes.
So you watched it.
Man, that's the thing about cable. I think people don't remember is that if there was nothing on, you were surfing the channels. That's how you discovered things that you, I don't know, at 13 probably weren't supposed to discover.
I think you were older than 13.
I'm just talking in general, like
Oh, okay, I
not
got
just
you.
around that time, like the DirecTV channels, Dish Network,
Mhm.
So
Well, while you were
what do you got? What do you got going on? Sorry,
I was gonna
I'll
say,
stop
while
talking
you were
now.
gone, Mount Everest is like super crowded now. I don't know.
It has been, yeah.
And it's there's like a waiting line to
Yeah,
climb
man.
Everest.
Yeah, dude.
And it's sort of like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
I don't. Yeah.
The like, listen, if you climb Everest, like, good job for you, right? Like that, like, seriously, like, congratulations. But I feel like the novelty is not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's not impressive, especially when you have fucking guides
Yeah, that's the
to
thing I
do
was
it.
thinking about. It's just like imagine it's like you're celebrating. It's like one of those memes where it's like the guy on the he's on the saying he's like biting the metal or whatever, and then you've got the Sherpa right next to you. And he's like, "Good job," kind of, and
Yeah.
he like walks around the mountain and goes back up the next day.
But why is there just like a sudden influx of people?
It's been that way for a while, if I'm not mistaken. Like
But
it's
like, but just like suddenly, like, the fucking Al Gore has put it all over my algorithms.
I don't know, but I know that I think it was like last year, the year before that, there was talk about like because people were literally dying waiting to get to the summit.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Could you
there's no
imagine?
oxygen up there, and that's the thing too. Yeah, imagine you get all the way up there, and you're like, hell yeah, dude, we're almost at the top, and then you like bump into somebody in front of you, you're like, what the fuck is this? You can't see shit, and it's like a line of people. It clears, the sky clears, and it's like a mile long line of people. You got to wait your turn to take a selfie.
But that's the thing too. Okay, so you climb it, and then like you do all that work. You just gotta like, what's your limit? Like 5 minutes, and you gotta like turn
That yeah.
around.
What do you think? What do you think is the courtesy there?
I mean, that's the
You
thing. If I
just
climb up
climbed
there,
Mount
I'm
Everest.
I'm gonna fucking do and stay as long as I want to. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's very much in the culture where like we're gonna fast forward through all of the thing and just get there to say we did it and mark it off the list and leave. It's like there's no cherishing the moment. There's no like living in the moment. It's all about just like doing it and then leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like, again, the appeal and the like the specialness just doesn't exist anymore. Like, if you told me you were gonna climb Everest, I'd be like, hey man, like, good for you, but like it's less impressive than if you would have told me 10 years ago, hey, I'm going to climb Everest. I'd be like, bro. But now I'll be like, okay,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It
cool.
just feels. It doesn't feel
Like, I'm not
as
gonna
much of
take
a
it away from you. Like,
novelty.
it's still. Don't get me wrong. It's still like a crazy big achievement. But
I could do it right now.
like when we were growing up, there was like 5 people that had done it. Right? There were
Mm.
like that was the rumor or the word around town was like, oh bro, like, what is this, Everest? It's like something that was like super super hard. But like, let's say that, for 30 people did it by the time we were 20, and now 300,000 people have done it. It's not special anymore when that many people do a thing.
Got to build a bigger mountain. That's what we got to do. We got to work together. We got to build a bigger mountain.
You got to climb
How long
to
until we
space.
get? Hell yeah, dude! I think Only Up. You know the game, the Only Up. We got to do that in real
Hmm.
life now. We got to get Mr. Beast
Fucking
on
shoes and
this.
ladders, dude, all the way up top.
That'd be so sick. Have a ladder from the moon? Are you kidding me? That'd be cool. Would you climb it? A
No.
ladder all the way to the moon? You have to figure out how to like make it move with the orbit, of course. So it's like everybody gets their chance as it comes flying by. You have to grab onto it at 600 miles an hour, however fast the Earth is spinning. Rips your
Well, you
arms
would.
off.
Well, at a certain point, you'd die because there's no oxygen in space.
Well, you had to wear. I mean, you obviously start with a space suit. I think I just fucking died. Space suit on, like you'd have to. So
Speaking of dying, have you ever wondered what's going to happen to your Steam library when you die? You're like, well, as of today, no.
yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, dude. No, I've never actually thought about that. I've actually
Never thought
never
of it.
considered what happens to people's Steam libraries when they die.
Well, it's
Libraries when
just
they
your
die.
Steam libraries. Well, I feel like now, when you like write a will and shit, like you need to put your like, hey, delete my Instagram, delete my my
Yeah.
Twitter account. Like, those are things that, because what happens to your social medias accounts
I
when they die?
say you flip it, reverse it, have somebody post for you, right?
Yeah.
Like designate a poster for your social medias and have them pretend that they're still alive and doing things. Go ahead beforehand, before you pass away, go ahead and take a bunch of pictures of you doing random things, right? Bunch of
Yeah.
different pictures. And then they can post those every day, maybe every year.
You got to be
to
careful
really,
with
really
those
stretch it
pictures
out.
though, because you've got to make them current.
Yeah, so you got to think of things that you're gonna do before you die in the future.
Right.
It's
It's
a big
complex.
scheme. It's a big scheme. You're gonna have to do a lot of footwork for sure, but in the end, I think it'll pay it off. It'll pay off for sure.
For the 5 people that give a shit.
Yeah,
But that would
man.
also be creepy though, right? Like, you you're just sitting here on like Twitter or whatever, and then somebody that like
You're
know,
giving me so many ideas right now, dude. I just like it's gonna be so much fun. I honestly like. I want to have fun with my death for sure.
But to answer the question, somebody had asked Steam directly, "Hey, what happens? Like, what's the transference rule for my Steam library? Like, if I write it in my will that like my brother gets my games," and they said that you cannot do it. It is tied to you, and you cannot transfer any games upon your death. I'm sure there's like reasons like behind that, licenses and whatnot, but like ultimately, if I feel like you could
Just don't fucking
give
say
your
anything.
password.
Yeah, just don't fucking say anything. Give their password.
Yeah, but this is more of like migrating like your account. Like it's like your brother. Like your brother has like all these games, and like he wants to give you all of his games. The only thing he can do is give you his account, and you have to use his account. You can't merge your two accounts together.
Yeah, just make it your own, dude. Just make it your own. Change the name. You know.
But then what happens to you? Can't because you already have an account.
You
That
can
has your
change it.
name.
You can change your Steam name on. So
Yes, but what you're not understanding, you're gonna have two accounts.
now you gotta delete one of them. You know, or just write both the passwords down and play both of them. You know. Well, I don't have this game on my library. Jump over to that one. You know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, people, you could do that. People create Steam accounts all the time when they get like, banned and hacked and games and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's how
at the
they
same
get. That's how
time,
they get around it.
do you think that they have a right as I guess
Yeah.
the owners of those licenses to say, hey, no,
Because
our
Jacob,
deal is
you don't
to
own a
death.
game. You own 0 games.
That it still irritates me and pisses me off to this day. Like I understand that it's like that. Yeah, I understand that you're right, but
Uh-huh.
I'm still angry about it. Like he's
Sure.
out of line, but he's right. You know, kind of thing where it's
Yeah.
like it sucks, and I hate it. But theoretically, yeah, if you look at the books, if you look at the laws, if you went to court over it, they'd be like, "No, sorry, buddy. You know, you don't own those
You
games."
own the license or the right to play. You don't actually own the game, and it's like, well, go fuck yourself.
I fucking
Um,
paid money for this shit. I own
you
this
pay.
game.
No, you paid money to play it, not to own it.
I hate it. You know, I
Same
hate
thing with
it.
your house. You don't own your house.
I pay the money for it every day. Okay.
You're paying a loan. The bank owns your house.
Fuck the bank, dude. I own the bank, bro. My tax dollars went to that bank to keep it afloat. I own the bank. The bank owes me. They should give me this house. So
Why?
because they're not
You
they're
took out a
still
loan to buy your
around.
house.
They're still around because I gave the government money and the government said banks can't fail. Here's this guy's money. So I'm pulling my dad card right now. Okay, this is what my dad. I died on this hill, dude. I own the bank. Give me the money in the bank.
Give me money, me now.
Give me money. I love that. I had no idea that was an ad-libbed line. Like fucking who plays Dennis? Who plays Dennis again? Glenn Howerton. He improv that line of what was on the paper, written on the paper, whatever. Fucking great. Learned that from TikTok back when I watched it. So
How are you getting your news these
it's
days?
so boring. Not having social media. It's incredibly boring. I have Blue Sky. I'm learning how to use it. It's getting there, but it's just like I have to go to NPR's actual app to find news, and it's just, ugh, So I've been just reading manga. I've just been reading manga this whole time. I haven't on social media. I finished one today, so that's cool.
Good for you. That's your second book you finished?
Oh, dude, I finished like 5 or 6, but
This year alone.
no, the past like year or so. But
Crazy what happens when you learn to read.
yeah, man, and it's the thing. The pictures help. The pictures help a lot. Keeps my focus. I'm like, hey, cool. What's
That's why
going
I
on?
love comics, man.
But then they have some scenes where it's like I understand that they're trying to convey action is happening in the panel, right? I get that. I understand that. But then it's like I don't know what's going on. You're moving too fast. Slow down. I can't because it's like
Slow down.
I just remember several
That's what
several
your wife
times.
says all the time.
I mean, yeah, dude. But it's all over. Gotta get it. Gotta race. It's a race. Who's gonna win? So
Who's gonna finish first? Me.
I always win, dude. Champion. But like there's several chapters in One Piece where it was like, God damn, like they're going so fast. I don't know who's fighting who. I don't know what's happening. Who's winning? I couldn't tell you.
Do you know who controls the speed of that?
You're supposed to read it how they intend you to read it, dude.
You control
No,
the
nope.
speed in which you read.
It's like one of those speed tracks that you hit in Mario Kart. I once I hit one of those, I can't stop. I have to, got to read the pages really fast. That's how I read too.
It's
Very
amazing
animated.
that you can process any sort of information.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm having a hard time
Did you say
processing.
a recent struggle?
No, it's a struggle. It's just
Oh,
everything about my
you said
existence.
it was a recent. I was like, this is not recent.
Ugh.
What's that thing that they do every year in New York? That fucking where everyone like dresses up in these huge, like the Met Gala.
Oh,
There
that's
we
it.
go.
Boston, the Boston Marathon. I don't know. You know how they're dressing
No.
up for the Boston Marathon.
The Met Gala. Do you know? Have you ever heard of Camila Cabello?
I have never once seen this person when I was on social media or on the news. I don't know who they are. So,
Well, I don't know why I said Met Gala because it has nothing to do with it, but it's a sort of pompous flauntery. I don't know if that's a word that people use. I know that like the Met Gala has a purpose, and I don't give a
it
shit
doesn't have a
because
fucking purpose. It doesn't have a purpose. It's just rich people wanting to show off their bullshit. So,
it
the
has
purpose
something
is to
with-
show
it
us.
has something to do
much
with
better.
charity.
Sure. Let's tell. Yeah, charity.
But anyways, I don't know who Camila Cabello is. She's just somebody,
I
right?
feel like it sounds like a singer's name. It sounds like
She's somebody enough that she was carrying around a $20,000 purse.
Yeah, but can you tell me
It was at the Met Gala.
what was the purse made out of? I think is what.
I don't know.
It was a solid block of ice. It was a solid block of ice. That's the whole. It had one singular rose inside of it. Apparently, it had a chain attached to it at some point in the night, but it melted, of course, because it's a solid fucking block of ice. And she spent $20,000 on it. Fucking hell.
And like you see that sort of stuff, and I've noticed it. It's something I've been very like cognitively aware of, and I think social media has sort of helped sort of get rid of that veil. Because you remember growing up, like People Magazine, and everyone was like obsessed with like celebrities. Like it was literally like celebrities were like a step above us as human beings, right? We were just like peasants, fucking nobodies, and then you had celebrities, and I'm sure they still think that, but like, how many celebrities do you actively give a shit about?
Keanu Reeves, maybe.
But do you give a shit?
No.
Right.
None. Yeah, there's like zero, I think. If I had to, if you held a gun to my head, zero celebrities.
But you go back 20 years, and you could probably name 5, 10, 15 people. I don't know if that's part of just getting older or, again, like social media has made everyone more accessible. So, where, like, People Magazine, there's like an interview with, wow, with Owen Wilson. And you're like, yeah, oh my God. So you're like, oh gosh, what happened to Owen Wilson? Hey, we haven't seen him. Or like that's how you got your interviews for like new movies that were coming out that you were super excited about. But then social media has just made everything so much more accessible, and then like that curtain has been removed, and like you just kind of see how shitty a lot of celebrities are because they're out here tweeting dumb shit.
Yeah.
Or the person who runs their account is tweeting, because like how many actual celebrities are out here tweeting,
I think the ones that are actually tweeting, and they're the ones normally getting caught for like saying something super xenophobic or like really racist or something like that. Those are the ones who are actually tweeting, right?
I do any of them still tweet? I feel like
I
Elon
don't
just
know.
pretty much burnt the thing to the ground. So like, I don't know if any of them are even. I feel like they're all on their own social platform now. Like, there's got to be some sort of Hollywood meat party social platform.
Oh, yeah, you got to think. I don't know.
It's like
That's-
super encrypted, invite only.
Dude, there has to be that for
Right?
sure. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think we should dig into that. That's something we need to research. But
I'll let you do that. I'm good.
yeah, I'll end up getting put on a celebrity watch list, and be like, yeah, if you see this guy out
But
there, beat him up.
It brings up the question though of like, okay, let's we all know that you're very frugal. I'm not as frugal as you are.
Mm-hmm.
We have different, sort of views on money or whatever, and neither one of us is right or wrong.
Yeah,
It's
eat
just
the rich.
how we are.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean like our own personal finances.
Yeah, eat the rich.
But sure. Like, what is something that you would spend what you deem like a ridiculous amount of money on, for the novelty of it? And like, how far does novelty go? Because I've spent a good chunk of money on things not for the novelty, but because I just genuinely wanted something.
I don't think I would spend over $500.
That's not a lot of money.
I know, but I mean, it's something that's got to be like. I'm saying that the thing that I'm gonna get, if it's super duper important to me, if it's something like I'm willing to spend the cash on, it's not gonna be something that I spend over $500 on. What would it be?
So a video game console.
Yeah. What would it be though? Probably like a 1-to-1 replica of like one of my favorite anime characters. Could be
It would be more than
Luffy.
$500, I can tell you.
Could be Luffy. Could be Naruto. Could be Kakashi Sensei.
Do you understand what 1-to-1 is?
Yeah, it's like how tall they were. Yeah, I know what 1-to-1 is. What is this? Yeah, it's like how tall they were supposed to be. Yeah, it's like a 1-to-1 Gundam. That I know that's not gonna be $500. That's for sure.
I
But
don't think you realize how expensive stuff is.
I think that I could probably find a 1-to-1 statue of Naruto.
Naruto?
For
$5,000 minimum.
mm,
You wanna bet?
I think that if we're gonna go ahead and bet it, I think that I could win the bet. But is it gonna look like Naruto? Absolutely not. It'll look
It has
like
to be
it'll look
an
like-
officially licensed product.
Well, see, that's where you and I differ a little bit. Because I think that if it's $500 and it's not officially
You couldn't
licensed,
find a 1-to-1 3D model resin print for $500.
I could find a 1-to-1 model.
You
of
don't
Naruto,
understand how much material goes into
a cardboard
1-to-1.
cardboard cutout, 1-to-1.
Cardboard cutout? Okay, maybe.
I could do that.
But that's not what you're changing the rules and the parameters of everything
Hey,
to fit
man,
your argument.
There were no rules. There were no parameters.
Yes, there were.
So
Again, $500 is not a lot of money when you're talking about that
okay,
sort
I'll
of
go.
like,
I'll go $1,000.
okay, that's a little better.
And
Like a first printing Naruto manga.
no, see, that's the thing. I don't necessarily need the hard copy because like my thing is like
Yeah, because you're
once
not
I've
willing
committed it
pay
to
for something
memory,
you like.
yeah, that too. But like once I've committed it to memory, there's no reason for me to have it around because it's like
False.
there's no. I'm not gonna go back and like it's like owning DVDs to me, pointless. I'm
You
not
don't
gonna
own
go
them
back.
anyways.
I'm not gonna go back and watch those. If I have the physical copy, I'm not gonna go through the task of putting it in the DVD player, aka PlayStation 5.
Well, it's a Blu-ray player, not a DVD player.
It's all the same, dude. They're all
it's
on
not.
a disc. I don't. Where do they even get Blu-ray from, or Bluetooth for that matter? Like I'm gonna have to.
Aliens.
Has to be, man. Has to be. Because why would you call it that? Like, there's no teeth involved. There's no rays. I assume. I don't know. Maybe there is, but I don't know, man. I'm still in vacation mode. Vacation mode. Shoot, man.
You've never not been in vacation mode. This is just how you are.
What would I splurge on? Probably a computer. I'd probably just build a brand new computer. You know,
But that's
for
that's
$1,000. I don't
You've
have.
already done that. You've
There's
already
there's
done
no.
that.
I can't think of anything novelty worthy. What's your answer? How much you spending? What would you spend it on?
I've bought comics that were expensive.
Yeah, but what is it? Okay, so say they give you a blank check. How much you writing that check for? What are you buying?
If there's no limit,
Yeah, no limit.
like
Here's your blank check.
do I have to pay for it though?
No, it's a blank check.
Oh, then I'm gonna get a.
I don't know who pays for it, but it's a blank check. So
The Detective Comics 27, first appearance of Batman. It's like $1 million book, bro.
okay.
Because
is it-
the
do you
novelty
wanna
of saying
own it?
I own it, and then I'll fucking turn around and sell it.
Okay, but see, that to me doesn't feel like it's part of the game that we're playing here because it's got to be something that you're going to keep and not just have it because it's worth a lot of money.
Okay, I've got one for you.
All right.
There is a statue that I saw at New York Comic Con in 2018, and it was the raddest fucking thing I've ever seen in person. It was an absolute piece of art. It was by XM Studios, and it's called the Batman Rogues Gallery. And I think there was only like 250 made.
I'm going to pull up
was
a
like-
picture right here. I'm going to show everybody what it looks like. Batman Rogues
is-
Gallery. I'm going to check it out.
I can send you what it is. It is the dopest thing I have ever seen, like I said. And it's...
Was it a
that's what I would buy.
1-to-1? Was it a...
No. I'm trying to pull it up.
They got the one with like the slime on it, and like Joker's behind him, and Batman, and they got
No, hold
actual
on.
Batman. who
It's
looks-
called Sanity by David Finch.
Yeah,
And
I'm
David
looking at
Finch
it.
is the guy who he's my favorite Moon Knight artist of all time. It is
only $3,600 right now on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible, dude. It is incredible.
Dude, you get full cake on Sandman there, or whatever the hell his name is, slime guy.
Is it not the coolest thing you've ever seen?
Yeah, dude, he's got fucking cheeked up over here, my guy. I'm gonna put a picture of his cheeks up there for sure. But it's really dope.
But-
That's a dope looking statue. I
I
thought
mean,
it would
it's
be
huge.
more, honestly. Was it? What's the size on it?
And this is enthralling stuff here. It's 40 centimeters. It weighs 24 kilograms. I don't
Dude,
know. It's
centimeters-
1 to 6.
centimeters
It's
so weird, dude.
1/6 scale. 12
Okay.
characters.
Okay, 1/6 scale's pretty big, dude. That's pretty big. Yeah.
I don't know what is SGD. What is that? Like what currency is this?
I think it's Singaporean.
Singaporean
dollars. Yeah, Singapore dollars.
Is that what it is?
I think so. That's what I'm gonna say. That's the only one that rings a bell. So, Singaporean dollars.
That's not right.
It's not. Is it like Spanish gold doubloons? I don't know. Like, what do you want from me, dude? I don't know.
That
Euros would be Spain, so it's not that.
I don't know.
That has to
I
be
was saying-
Singaporean dollars. Yeah,
It's not Singapore.
It's gotta be Singaporean dollars, my guy.
Anyways, so 1 SGD is 74 cents USD. So it's not terribly expensive, but it's still not cheap.
It's still
I
not
think it's just-
$1,000. Yeah,
I think it's just Singapore dollars, not Singaporean, just Singapore dollars.
Oh, I mean, Singaporean dollars. You're like, hey, where are the dollars? They're in Singapore. They would be considered Singaporean dollars. I'm not, I don't know. I don't fucking know. You figured it out.
I know that one of your favorite traditions is coming up in September, in Labor Day, and I know that your favorite thing is to not wear white after Labor Day.
Yeah, man. I was told not to wear white after Labor Day. I don't know why. I don't know where that saying comes from. I think it's stupid. First of all, don't tell me what to fucking wear. Okay?
It's a religious thing.
Is it really?
Go figure. Yeah.
Is it really religious? I had no idea. Yeah, fuck them. I'll wear what I want to wear. All right.
Well,
God, I'm
And
tired of all
then-
these rules too. Ugh. I don't know how y'all people do it.
pretty sure you don't wear white after Labor Day, and then like there's that whole like Lent. That's another thing.
Respect the Sabbath or some shit. I don't know what
Go
the hell.
fuck yourself with Lent. If I want to eat potato chips, I'm gonna eat potato
That
chips.
is what I'm saying, dude. I'm tired
I
of all
don't need
these
to go 40
bullshit
days without
rules.
something. Go fuck yourself. I
Yeah.
might die tomorrow.
How about
and
you
I
go
don't
40
wanna be
days
like-
without fucking bothering me?
I don't want to be a specter floating around being like, damn, I should have eaten that other bag of chips.
Yeah. Congrats. You made it 40 days without your chips. Okay.
And I guess
I'm
it's just-
happy.
I guess it's more of a thing that people do just to say that they did it. But like my thing is, are you saying you have a problem? Like I'm giving up alcohol for 40 days. Then you have a problem. Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like you
like,
shouldn't be. Yeah.
If you have to like have a reason other than I don't want to. Like I don't know, if you have to have this like facade of like, well, hey man, I'm giving up beer for 40 days. How about you just give up beer? Like,
Yeah.
you don't need a reason, just do it.
I'm sure that there's.
Or don't.
I'm sure that
Or don't.
somebody
I don't
who's
give a shit.
yelling at us right now. They're like, Lent's way more than that, and I don't. Hey, I'm gonna plead the fifth here. I don't know a fucking thing about Lent. All I
You know
know,
what that means.
I have a lot of it in my pocket. That's all I know. Okay, and I'm sure
Lent?
that's not the same kind of Lent. Okay,
It's
but
not.
yeah,
We
I know that
could-
you're supposed to like give something up for 40 days, and it's supposed to be like about going without or something of that nature. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know.
Again, it's like, Abraham or one of those dudes starved for 40 days in the desert, 40 days and 40 nights in the desert or some shit. Someone is
Okay.
like
I'm sorry.
furious about
I think that it's physically impossible to survive 40 days without eating. I don't.
he talked to a burning bush and shit. He was a magician.
He was eating
you know.
sand or something. I'm sorry. He was eating bugs. He just didn't. He was embarrassed about what he was eating. He didn't want people to find out. But if you're surviving in the desert, you're gonna eat whatever crawls your way. And hey, I say own it, flip it, reverse it. That's your new thing. So
I know that you have something on here about Hertz charged somebody for not filling up the gas tank, and this is what happens when you don't travel and you don't know how the world works, Jacob.
okay, no. See, I understand where you're going with this. This one, I will say the guy is in the right here because
No, first of all, he's in the wrong because he drove a Tesla.
No,
so that's
you are
his first
correct.
problem.
Yeah, okay, that is his first problem. It is his first problem. But he did not fill up
I'm
the
a
tank.
Tesla hater, dude.
I hate Tesla. Stupid as shit. But they are electric vehicles. They don't take gas. So, but he was charged. Yeah, I think it was like $200 and something for not charging the tank, even though like
$277.
he was.
It's in the agreement, by the way.
But he even charged the vehicle to 97% before he returned
not
it.
100.
Well, it was
It's not
100. Then he drove it back to the station, and it was 97. But it doesn't matter. Like you have to fill it above a certain line. And it was like even if it was a gas vehicle.
I love how you're explaining to me how car rentals work as if I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude. If you don't know this, you go to the dealership and they just give you a car.
No, you don't.
You walk
No,
out
you
of
don't.
there. You walk out of there with the
There's
car.
no dealership.
There's a rental dealership. But
It's
they
a
do this.
rental
The
car.
whole point is that they do this all the time. And they're fucking scummy as shit. And
Now, speaking from experience of like driving, it is annoying as shit to have to get gas before you get it. But I get it because you get the car with a full tank of gas, and it's a concept that works. If there wasn't money involved, I think it wouldn't be as frowned upon. But it's the honor system, right? It's like you learn it when you're a kid. Put things back where you found it. Put things back the way you found it. So you rent this car with full tank of gas. You fill it up with that's just how it should work.
Yeah.
But human beings don't operate that way because they're all selfish, narcissistic pricks.
And hey, sometimes it might be that where they actually fill it, they don't fill it up, and you gotta take it and you get the charge or whatever. But this is like the instances where the people fill the car up and they bring it back, and it hurts. It's like
there should be I think there should be a line because the company should know if they're renting out electric vehicles, they should know where the closest electric charging station is in relation to the fucking airport.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take that into account because it is physically impossible for it to be 100% unless it's already charged, right?
you charge it at the Hertz. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. So like if the closest charging station is 7.5 miles, okay, well then you got to take that into account. Plus stop and go traffic. Again, we did it when we went to Atlanta, and we missed the turn for the last gas station, and it was like, well, shit. Okay, it was either that or pay $40. It was like $45 is what we owed them for a tank of gas, and it was like, okay, I'm not going back.
Can't make me go back.
I'll just charge me the $45. It's fine.
Or you
Whatever.
get my situation
But
where they gave me a fucking broken ass truck. Okay, this is not Hertz, but I feel like they're all the same. They gave me a broken ass truck, and then I take the truck back, and they're like, then I get like this whole incident report where the truck was all fucked up, and I was like, no, I didn't do that, you pieces of shit. Okay, so anytime you get a vehicle, go ahead and immediately take pictures of that vehicle, so that way you know I should have fucking done it, didn't do it. My thing is like I saw, but when I was getting in
So,
it, what
is this?
This is like whenever I rented. Whenever we were moving, I rented a. We rented a
that's
U-Haul, right?
I'm like, wait a second, because this happened to us. We were told always take pictures of your vehicle, and it was just like
I know that now, but
because they're always trying to fucking screw you, dude.
what I think had happened though is that we had already gotten the whole I think it's like I don't know whatever the insurance on the truck, right, that we rented. And so what I think happened is they gave us a bucket up truck to begin with. And so that way, whenever I brought it back in, they could go ahead and say, hey, you broke the truck. Oh, don't worry about it because we're going to put this through claims. And I'm like, no, fuck you, first of all, pal. I don't want to be charged for this shit because you gave me a fucking broken-ass truck and you know you did, right? You know you did, piece of shit. Because I saw the goddamn claim stickers on the fucking truck when I was getting in it. Not even a thought in my head was like, hey, that's kind of odd how this truck already has dents and shit in it. Like maybe I should ask him about that. Nope, I was just nervous as shit about driving a big ass U-Haul. So
yeah, I remember that. How important is it for you to have a nice looking scrotum?
not that important at all, dude. It's very Like it's served its purpose, right? I got two beautiful baby boys, two great children. Things served its purpose. You could fucking, I don't know, who's that one boxer? You could Rocky Balboa it. Just fucking hit me in the sack all you want. I don't care. I don't need my sack to look good. It's
Okay.
I'm not going to shoot any porn, okay? You know?
Well, I mean, scrotoplasty is a real thing.
Yeah, but explain it to me. Well, is it like getting a nose job but just for your scrot?
Basically,
Why?
they
Why,
they
dog?
they,
Hey,
they, they you know they fine out the wrinkles and make it look younger instead of all shriveled like a coin purse.
men out there, if you're listening right now, guys, your sacks are beautiful the way they are. Okay, don't worry about it. Oh, you only got one ball. Cool. You got no balls. Cool, man. Your scrotes are great the way they are. I do think. Do they make prosthetic balls?
Probably like
Yeah,
if you lose one
yeah.
to
Well,
have
I'm just
like
thinking
a
because your body rejects things that are inside of it, right? So I'm thinking they have to make it out of something.
well, but people get metal plating and metal shit all in
That's
places
true.
and screws and shit all the time.
Yeah. If I ever have to have my balls replaced, I'm gonna go like stainless steel, big old.
Balls of
I
steel.
want literal balls of steel. I want 2 pound weights in those
Balls of
things. I want to have some
steel.
heft to
Name
it. Like when I
name what that's
walk,
from.
balls of steel. Uh,
Balls of steel. Duke Nukem.
okay. Well, I was gonna say it, but
Balls of steel.
you answered it before I had a chance. So
I don't know if you're not a frequent goer of comic books stores, nerd stores, even though like you're one of those people.
I like to frequent nerd stores.
Like there's a smell, right?
Nerd smell, yeah.
Like they haven't showered. And like I understand that I am an outlier when it comes to like being clean and hygienic apparently. Of course all the people that I meet present company included of people who don't take showers every day and wear deodorant and all these other things.
Hey, I never had any complaints. Tell me to my face, Tell me to my face. Tell me I need to shower. Tell me I need to shower,
Need
and
to
I'll go
shower.
shower.
You need to shower. So I guess it got so bad at this Mayhem comic book store in Idaho. Maybe it's Iowa. They're the same. Gotta love ads, right? The Mayhem Comics and Games of Iowa has launched a new smell policy for its customers. And then that if it comes to this, there is some raunchy motherfuckers that don't wipe their ass that come in there on a reg. And you know what? That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing as an owner that he has to implement this. It's embarrassing as a patron. It's embarrassing for you.
I just don't.
because
I can't
you're gross,
fathom
bro.
why you. I mean, like, I get it. I joke about that. I don't take showers, but I do take showers to the point where like I'm not gonna go a month without showering. Right? If I smell bad, I'm gonna go take a shower. If I feel gross, I'm gonna go take a shower. I just can't fathom like what kind of situation you would be in where you're like, I just don't feel like showering ever again in my life. Like, or hey, at the very least, I don't know why that people don't put on deodorant. I can't do it because my armpits start hurting after a while. So, but I
What
don't
do you mean?
like I have to
If
put
you
on
don't
deodorant.
put on
Yeah, if I don't put on deodorant, my armpits start to chafe. So I do it, out of not wanting my armpits to chafe. So, and
You should
I
do
like
it out of
ladies
not wanting
deodorant.
to smell like a wet bag of ass.
I like ladies deodorant because I think first of all, I think it lasts way longer than men's deodorant. Second of all, I think it smells kind of nice.
I have someone who would refute that.
Oh, well, I mean, I think it does. I think
My
it lasts.
wife
Well, I think
has
it lasts.
stopped using women's deodorant because she says it doesn't work like men's deodorant does.
Maybe it's because I've used men's deodorant so long, I've grown immune to it, so I have to start using ladies deodorant.
You sweat a lot, right?
I do sweat a ton, but I think that it holds up to sweat longer. But also, like, my armpits don't hurt as bad. Like with men's deodorant, it's always fucking. I don't know. I can get a bad batch of deodorant and like my armpits just hurt. I got sensitive skin.
It's got the aluminum in there, dude.
Yeah, dude. I can't.
But you
have
know what?
aluminum, so
That's the thing, man. I'm not out here to tell people how to live their lives, but I this is a hill I'm willing to die on. I don't give a shit how uncomfortable you are. I don't care if you're sensitive skin and you're all natural deodorant. It stinks and you're disrespectful to everyone else around you. I need you to have the aluminum because I don't want to smell your stinky ass. I don't want to smell your stinky pits.
at
Bro.
the very least, fucking Febreze, dog. Just Febreze that shit. You Febreze yourself before you go in anywhere. We aren't gonna have a problem.
But they implemented this new policy. We've had complaints from other players and customers about certain people's odors making it uncomfortable for them to be in the store. Please wash your bodies with proper soap and shampoo.
God
In
damn, dude.
addition to wearing clean clothes in the store. As much as we may like you, we cannot have your smell interrupt our business. If we receive a complaint or smell you ourselves, we reserve the right to ask you to leave and refuse your business. Let's fucking go. Absolutely.
I
I'm in,
wholeheartedly kind
bro.
of support this
Because
decision. Yeah,
you know who needs this? Fucking McKay's in town. I hate that place.
yeah.
Because you walk in and you just get hit with a fucking stink cloud and you're just like, whatever's in the wreckage, my brother. Oh, you just gotta walk around like that the whole time.
I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. I
It's because
don't,
you got the people from the mountains that come in once a like, oh, gotta go down the knock, get
man.
up.
I think it does come from our childhood though, because I don't know about you, but growing up as a poor kid, right?
I showered every day, Jacob.
Yeah, I hated smelling bad, right? I don't. It's not, and I like it could be that the laundry didn't get washed the proper way, where you leave it in too long and it gets all moldy and mildewy. So every time you sweat, it smells bad. Or just I don't know, man. Like getting skunked one time, fucking traumatized me, dog.
Yeah.
I cannot smell bad, especially like in public places, because I feel like everybody's talking about me, everybody's laughing behind my back.
They are.
Yeah, and it's why I always always make sure I smell good when I go places.
I pride myself in not stinking. Like it is to an OCD extreme level. I don't I don't like to be dirty. You can call me like a beta male all you want to. I do not like my hands to be dirty. I don't like to be dirty. I don't. So much so that my child's the same way. Um,
I mean, that's
we
fine.
Well, when she was a baby, we would like I cannot stand when a baby is dirty. It's gross, dude. I
That's fair.
understand it. Listen, I get it. But like and you don't want to wipe their nose and wipe their hands every 5 minutes. I understand. But like wipe your fucking kid's nose, dude. Like wipe their fucking hands, especially if you're going to be around people. And so much so that like Zoe was never dirty in public. I wouldn't allow it. I just would not allow it. And now she does not like to be dirty either. She does not like when she gets like paint when she's painting and she gets paint on her hands. She has to stop immediately and wash her hands.
I don't mind like getting dirty or whatever. I think it's the prolonged dirtiness, right? So like if my kids were to walk around with like looking dirty constantly, like that would be a problem. But if they're like they're playing like in the dirt, I'm not gonna make them like come
I
inside
just think in like
immediately and,
2024 you have fucking water. There's no excuse not to.
I think that
fucking-
we take water a little bit for granted, though. It's gonna be
I
gone
just
here in
don't.
a few years.
I just outside of like health conditions, medical conditions, if you are a functioning, perfectly normal, abled body, there is no excuse for you not to take a shower every day.
Also the
Or,
access to
or
water
at
is
least
kinda
clean yourself.
yeah, there is methods of getting yourself clean for
Now,
sure.
if you are one of those people who you have no desires or no plans to leave your house for 5 or 6 days, then do whatever the fuck you want to do. But the moment you step out into a public area, your world no longer exists. This is our world, and you are disrupting it by being a stinky bastard.
Yeah, it's
Stop
becomes
it.
Soviet Russia. This is now our world. Okay, this is not your world anymore. This is
Dude,
our
I don't.
world.
A lot of it has to do that my nose is extremely sensitive, and I just
Have you ever thought that you were the problem? Did you ever
Maybe.
Think did you ever think
That's
that,
fine.
like you were the problem? Maybe
That's
you
fine.
should go home. Maybe I don't want to shower, and you should. I'm being serious. I don't want people to think that I just like turned heel on my co-host here. Like, fuck you. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you
I mean, that's
are.
fine. I don't care. I'll accept responsibility. I'll be the fucking heel. I'll be the guy that's yelling at the mountaintop.
Oh,
But the
here
thing
we go.
is,
Here's CM
I'm right.
Punk. He's in the flesh. Okay, in the flesh.
but I'm right is the thing. So
I mean, that's fair. I don't. Unless you don't have access to water because of the economy and stuff. But then again, if you're in a comic book shop, I feel like you're not there because I don't know. I guess you could window shop. Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna gatekeep anybody either. But at the same time, like, yeah, I think you should kind of be respectful of other people. You know what? I'm gonna play both sides in this one.
No, there's no two sides. There's one side. There's a right side and there's a wrong side.
Well, I mean,
The,
I'm thinking more of like
the
people
wrong side is
who,
people who don't bathe.
well, I'm thinking more like people who are like on hard times, homeless people,
Ho-
etc.
Daddy, you don't know anything about hard times.
I mean, I don't.
You work at a factory for 35 years, and all they give you is a watch and say, "Get out of here, Daddy."
What is that from? What is that?
Dusty roads, bro.
What the fuck is that? Is that a person?
Who?
Is that a guy? Is that a movie? I don't know. Why do you give
The
me
American Dream, Dusty Roads.
Okay, you can keep saying it, but I don't.
You know who Cody Rhodes is?
The wrestler?
Yeah, it's his dad,
Like, oh wait, do I know?
who was
him?
also a wrestler.
Is he the one with MJF right now? Who's the one with MJF?
No, Dusty Rhodes is dead.
Okay, no, I'm talking about Cody Rhodes. Who's Cody Rhodes?
He's the champion in WWE right now.
Okay, well it's WWE. That's why I don't know it. I don't fuck with WWE.
He was in AEW. He was in
don't-
AEW. He was one of the founders.
He's
And then he
WWE
left.
now. He's gone. He's dead to me. Like CM Punk. He's dead to me. WWE. Get out of here. You're dead to me.
I had this thing pulled up, and of course, I can't find it because Instagram sucks assholes. So fill the void here while I find this page.
You got it, dude. So let me tell you guys a little bit about something. It's today's sponsor.
You can't do that. We don't have any sponsors.
I know I was gonna make up one. Today's sponsor, Polar Destroyer. I don't know if you guys have checked this out. It's a really cool comic book coming to the shelves near you. It's Polar Destroyer. You can find it at bigcartel.polardestroyer.com. It's pretty neat. It's got fucking polar bears in it. It's got penguins in it. It's got robots. It's got a hot babe polar bear. She's so hot. And it's got a kid polar bear who's not hot because that'd be weird, but he's a fucking cool ass kid, that's for sure. I feel like he's gonna come back. Then there's this there's a werewolf in it. Fucking dope guy. I don't know what side
His
he's
name's
playing.
Timber?
Yeah, his name is Timber. I don't know where he falls on the spectrum. He's kind of like a bad guy right now, but there's a really cool twist at the end. Not gonna spoil it. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Check it out.
I cannot find this.
That's bigcartel.polardestroyer.com. I'm pretty sure that I got that right. I have a feeling I got that right. But anyways,
you
yeah.
say? PolarDestroyer.bigcartel.com.
Polardestroyer.bigcartel.com. I said that right the first time.
With issue 2 making its way to Kickstarter later this year at some point. Working
Hell
on
yeah.
that.
Hell yeah.
I remember it's like maybe not quite a year ago, but like I found that list of words that people seem to be really receptive to it because it was like a word that described certain things that people weren't
Yeah.
able
I know what you're talking about.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah. It was like the smell of like opening a book or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was yeah. So I have found another one, but of course I can't fucking find it.
I can't fucking find it.
And I'm really annoyed
I
by
can tell you
it.
about bird flu. Bird flu's coming back. I wanted to joke
Yeah,
about it on the podcast to see if we get another COVID 2.0 because I was listening to old episodes and we were joking about COVID in like December of 2019. Little did we know. Oh
Little
man,
did we know.
Little we know. But yeah, there's like a third reported case of bird flu in humans, which is like apparently I think it's jumping from cow to humans. I think people are getting sick.
Found it.
Oh fuck, he scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't react, but know that I was scared on the inside. So what are these words? Can I stop talking now, please?
Hard, isn't it?
I think it
Trying
is
to
all
fill
right.
that void. Anyways, I've got 11 words. I've picked out some good ones here.
Okay, okay.
This comes from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows.
Damn,
Which I
dude,
think
that
is rad as hell, right?
That's like, I don't know, I feel sad a little bit because it's like, damn, that's deep though.
So we're going to start with the word sarang.
Okay. Sounds
Which
like a
means-
sauce.
And it's spelled Sarang. And it is the feeling of wanting to be with someone until death.
Aw. So it's us. I mean, for our wives. I not like us together, like, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess sarang. Yeah, I do have sarang for you. Sure. Yeah, I know. That sounds weird. I don't know. Anyways, what's the next one?
This one I like. It's dulce forniet.
That one sounds a little bit like it's Spanish mixed with Russian, and it sounds like an ice cream. I like it. It's like a dulce de leche. Is that cake or ice cream? I don't know, but
It's not on here, of course. I fucking hate this thing so much. Let me find it. What was it?
Do,
Dulce.
dulce de niente.
Yeah. I'll come back to it. I'll find it. I had them all in order, bro.
Hey, man. It's hard, isn't it? You know.
Let's do it this one. Ergophobia.
Okay. It's like you got a fear of being ergonomic. I don't know.
No, it's the morbid fear of returning to work.
Hey, man. Damn, I'm suffering some ergophobia right now. That is for sure.
Um,
I do not want to
Dul-
go back to work.
okay, so dulce far niet is the sweetness of it's the feeling or sweetness of doing nothing.
Damn, man. I wish I could feel that, man. I wish I could feel that. That would be nice. That would be like I would feel like I would get something out of doing nothing if I could just feel that once in my life.
You can.
No, it's
Yes,
guilt.
you can.
I think I only feel guilt when I do nothing.
This next one is de brouillard.
Okay.
And it describes someone who prefers to face everything on their own and finds it hard to ask for help. I have a little bit of that.
De Brouillard, right here, a number one component. Contributor.
I have a little bit
I
of
don't
that.
know.
Sun dressoro.
Sundress.
No, it's Drees. No, there's not two S's. Sundreesoro. So sundressoro.
Okay.
The disappointment felt after waking up from a pleasant dream and realizing that it was not real.
Oh man, these are like highly relatable. Yeah, this is like
Yeah, I told you. Like they started sticking. I was like, damn, these are great. I like this one. This one is mal de cuckoo. Coucou, not cuckoo like crazy. But it is a it is a phenomenon in which you have an active social life, but very few close friends or people who you can trust and be yourself with.
Oh
A
yeah,
little bit of me.
a little bit of me
I'm a
for
little,
sure. Yeah,
I'm a little bit there. You do not. You are
I'm
not a
very
social
active.
person.
So I'm a social butterfly, as would have been called before. You know, but
You
I
have
don't
not
trust
once
people. You know.
ever in your life been called a social butterfly. Beatific. 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 Beatific.
Beatific? Yeah,
I
I'll
think
dig
it's
it.
It
We need
is
to
a
get
state
Google
of
to say it.
it is a state of bliss, joy, or serenity, often with the connotation of holiness or spiritual exaltation, frequently used to describe or express peace, express visions that are supremely happy and peaceful.
That's a lot. That's a
that
lot.
is a loaded definition there. Paro. This is one that has like a weird umlaut in front of the A or on top of the A.
Okay.
It's the feeling that no matter what you do, something is always wrong.
Number one. Number one right here. That's me.
I've got two more. Morgan Muffle. Morgan. It's you got to roll it. It's
The Morgan.
If Phil is listening, he's like dying because he loves German and
Man, we need to have him back on. Let's get him on here. Have him pronounce these for
but
us.
it's Morgan Muffle, the German word which describes a person who is grumpy in the mornings and doesn't like to wake up early.
Oh, it's you.
That's me, buddy.
Yeah, it's you and my wife. That's you and my wife. That's for sure.
I gotta see how to say this one. It's got the GN in front of it.
Niet.
No.
Gargan. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to make fun of anybody's language though. So
How do you say this? It's Nosien, Gnossiennenne.
you nailed it, as far as I'm concerned.
Nosien. It's a moment of awareness that someone you've known for years is still very private and mysterious.
Wait, one more time. Read that definition again.
It's a moment of awareness that
Mhm.
someone you've known for years still has a very private and mysterious life.
Okay, so it's like you're recollecting on people you've known in your life.
So it's like the moment you realize that this person you've known for 10, 15 years you don't know a lot about them. And I guess it's the moment of awareness that you realize that this person could be a secret agent or Maybe it's one of those things where you have a family member that passes away and you realize they have an entire other family.
Damn, dude, that
Like,
shit.
like
Yeah.
that's the moment and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, okay. Um, there was another one that I missed because I couldn't fucking find it, of course.
That is yeah, that would be like, I don't know, man. I guess I like to think that I know a little bit about you, you know?
Oh, I'm an open book, so I would be very surprised if there was someone who was
But
like,
then I always feel bad because I don't feel like I get to know people enough. You know what I mean? Like I talk to people, sure, but I don't feel like that I get to know people. You know, like but I don't know how to get to know people, right? And then it's like if I get to know them, I'm just gonna forget it, and I feel bad about it. But it's like, hey, I did ask you, and then I have to ask them again, and they're like, I already told you, and I'm like, oh yeah, so, dang, yeah, shoot, sorry.
Anam Cara,
Okay,
Anamcara. It's basically translates to soul friend. So
like a
soul
soulmate, but then you had a soul
soulmate, but
friend.
it's a platonic soulmate.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
So I don't know. Thought those were very good. Did I get them all?
I think you nailed it. You crushed it out of the park. You didn't mispronounce a thing.
I mean, I may have. I can bring some more back, but I've got a whole ass list here of
Because that's what I think.
fancy
Like I
words.
love about other languages is they have words that can't necessarily be translated over to our language, but it perfectly describes things. And I think German does that a lot. They have a lot of words that can't be translated into English. That's more like it's more like a vibes based. It's a vibes based language, like a word in
I'm
the
sure.
language.
I'm sure that like these languages that are 3,000, 4,000 years old loves to be reduced to. You know what? They're just vibe based.
I mean, if you
Whereas
think about
like
it, ultimately, like language is vibe based, right? You hold up something, you're like, "What does this feel like to you?" Like, I don't know. It feels like a mouse to me. Like, yeah. I mean, I kind of get why this is called a mouse because that looks a lot like a mouse. I get it, but then how do we get the name for a mouse? You know?
tomato, tomato, potato,
That
potato.
doesn't answer the question. How do we name a mouse? How do we name anything?
Uh,
How is this a keyboard? Because it has keys, but then it's like, where does keys come from? I jangle keys, but that's keys. That's keys
because
on a
it's a
keyboard.
board. That's
Yes,
easy. Because it's a
but
board
then where did the
and
like? There was an original board, right?
that had keys on it, typewriters,
No, I'm talking about like the word board had to come. I know
a
it's all
flat
linguistic.
surface.
Yeah. It's just, but then it's like, hey, okay, then flat surface. So where did the flat
We
come
should just
from?
do a podcast where we just we just break down the roots of words.
That's. I mean, that would be so much. That would be so crazy because like you could go so many directions with it. So
It would be like it'd have to be someone way smarter than me teaching you, and you'd just be like, you just sit back.
because I would have to have structure because it would just me being like, all right, well this is a microphone. I'm like, okay, microphone, micro, small. Okay, small,
Well, our
small.
language, English and Spanish, and is derived from Latin.
Yeah.
A lot of languages are derived from Latin.
But I just like the first people to name things. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well,
How
even
do you come
further,
up?
it's like, how does a person discover fucking popcorn, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I left my corn too close to
How
iron.
does how did somebody take this bean and decide, oh, I'm gonna grind it up and like put hot water in it and drink it? How does coffee like when you start to think back of how things became things,
Or the
let
cat
alone
shit
how they,
coffee. I want to know. I want to see what kind of crazy fucker was like, yeah, dude, that I know that cat ate all my beans, but like it shit it out. And like, what if I just wash them off? This should be fine, right? This tastes crazy. Or bat
exactly.
guano. Hey, yeah, honey, that looks great on your face. That that bat shit. Like,
But like we're saying this is like, super sheltered Americans, and I'm not here to like kink shame anybody in their culture and stuff, but like when you just take a step back and like you think, oh well, this tool has been around for 300 years. How? Who had the fucking wherewithal and foresight to make a fucking plow? You know what I mean?
or like conveyor belts, dude. Like, who's built these factories? Who came up with that shit?
Well, that was to speed up the process. I'm talking about the actual like primitive tools, the shit that requires actual human intuition and
Like the wheel?
ingenuity to
Yeah,
do.
like the wheel, like creating the wheel, man. That guy
Well, the
was,
wheel's been around for a long time.
yeah.
Since before God. So